Great conversation, guys, about a very specialized area of the trucking industry, the art of the super heavy haul, the oversized, the over-dimensional. Some of the things that you got to consider, the size of the object, getting permission to go from town to town, to pull down traffic lights, signal lights, things like that. And on the phone with me, Tex Robbins, the president and CEO of Lone Star Transportation, also David Davenport, the VP of the Super Heavy Haul Division, and David Farabee, the VP of Sales. And Tex, let me start with you on this because, I've got to imagine in the course of the operation of your business at Lone Star, you might have had some cities, towns, jurisdictions say there's no way you're going to move that thing through our city, our town. What do you do in that case if it's a strategic move through that city from point A to point B? What do you do in that case?
Well, Mark, that's a great question. And, obviously it starts in the prep of the planning of the load. And obviously that's not something we want to have happen. But, as long as you do your proper due diligence up front, you typically don't have those issues. But in the event that there is something that comes up, it could be related to a lot of different things, whether it could be related to an event that might possibly that's planned for a special gathering of something that can come up and affect those type of things. When that does happen, we just work with those particular officials in those areas to work through an alternative route or plan or timing of the move. Maybe that's when it goes to a night move, so that it may not impact whatever's being planned that corresponds to the issue. So we work through those through an alternative route and plan to do that.
All right, go ahead.
I think I was going to say, Mark, in reference to where you have one big load, that's one thing. But where you have and where we do a lot of the renewable energy business, and we may be moving 1,000 loads into one particular destination point.
Right.
From multiple points, and what ends up happening is even though you've done all your legwork and all your homework, you've got all these big trucks with these big loads coming through this little small area of a point, and all of a sudden everybody's realized that that's just a lot of traffic and straining the infrastructure to be able to support that in that particular area. And it could be a multitude of things. And so, again, we go back with them, we sit down and try to work out an alternative plan so that we can accommodate, obviously the request of the move and keep things moving.
As we get ready to wrap up, Tex, what would you say has been one of the most unusual events about moving oversized, over-dimensional? You mentioned some of the items like a statue or maybe a tortilla chip that was part of the Fiesta Bowl out there. What has surprised you the most about your job out there? Is it the type of loads that are being hauled? What do you say as we get ready to wrap up?
Mark, no two, like we touched on it a little earlier, no two loads are alike. No two of those, the challenges are the same. It's about the plan and the execution of the plan. It's just never boring. It's an extremely challenging opportunity that we get to do every single day. It takes very quality professional people to do this. The responsibility of these people that are out there navigating this equipment, their responsibilities are no different than a pilot of a plane, a captain of a ship, or an engineer of a train. It ultimately rests with them. And it is these drivers, these professionals, they live, eat, and breathe this.
Mm-hmm.
Drivers like big loads and big toys, so
Well said. I've got to get ready to wrap it up. I do have a quick Facebook message. Somebody wanted to know, is the oversized, over-dimensional, super heavy haul, is this good for teams, husband and wife?
It can be. Certain applications of it can be. Normally, most over-dimensional loads don't get to run at night. They do in special circumstances.
Okay.
But there are certain areas of the country where loads that can roll at night, and it can be applicable. It just has. It's very cyclical to when that happens, and it's very tied to certain areas of the country.
All right, very good. Gentlemen, a great job. I got to get ready to wrap it up. The music means I'm out of time. Tex Robbins, President and CEO, David Davenport, the VP of Super Heavy Haul, and David Farabee, the VP of Sales with Lone Star Transportation, talking about the science, the art, if you will, of hauling the overdimensional, super heavy haul, oversized loads.